I didn't really know it was like an option. I feel like roles within the NBA, it's kind of hard to see like what is all out there, and it's not always publicized the most, but I've always loved basketball and I've liked numbers, and so it kind of made sense and is a good fit, I think. So my name's Heiring, and I am a data analyst here with Golden State. I'm part of our basketball analytics team. Essentially what my job is more on the coaching side, so helping communicate data that we're collecting in-game to our coaching staff, whether that be through some of our game strategy, with scouting, and also a little bit on the player development side as well. I think it's really important. It's like an easy, unbiased way to look at information and like see how the game is being played. I think is really exciting because at the end of the day, like we want to be able to communicate valuable insights to our coaches that then they can turn to our players, and it can like influence the outcome of the game. So I think it's like really important to be able to do that. My parents signed me up for basketball when I was in 2nd grade. Continued playing all the way up, went off to Dickinson College in Pennsylvania, where I got my degree in quantitative economics. And then I played on the women's basketball team. I moved back to Minnesota. I had no idea what I wanted to do after I graduated. Knew I liked numbers, didn't really know what I liked about them. Ultimately accepted a job as a rotational business analyst for an auto insurance company. And while I was there, I started just looking at like the basketball side of things. I really missed basketball. And my dad suggested to me, he was like, why don't you reach out to a local team and see if you can work with them at all? So I reached out to McAllister College, which was just a local school. And then Katie Kohler over there, and she was like, we'd love to have you on staff, just like going to practices, going to games. And so I kind of started exploring basketball analytics a little bit more there and working with her staff, which was incredible. I thought that was great. And so that ultimately made me decide like maybe basketball is like kind of a career path for me. I think as I got older, there was a little bit of doubt, but it was mostly just like from a visibility standpoint because I didn't see anyone necessarily that looked like me in this kind of role. I feel like I just have like an incredible support system. My family has been phenomenal. I have like a great group of friends and coaches and teammates and professors that have all just like shaped me into who I am and like helped me throughout this process. My family's been so supportive ever since I was little. When I started playing basketball, they always made sure that like it was a family thing. I was gonna have family at every basketball game I ever played. And when I got to college, it was a little bit different. My family couldn't fly across the country to watch me play, but they still live streamed every game. When I was younger, they'd make sure that I was watching like women be successful in sports. And so whether that was going to like our high school teams basketball games and watching them play, or going to the Minnesota Gopher women's teams games and watching them play. And I was at the Lynx games when they won several championships, so it was just like really cool to see that growing up because it really empowered me to be like, women in sports, this is normal, this is like a thing that anyone can do or any female is able to do. Like I said, it's something that I wish I'd had when I was younger and when I was exploring careers, and so I think it's really cool to potentially be that for someone else, and even if it's just one person, I feel like that's an awesome thing to say that I was part of.